say 1 is the main one we care about. Before this, I just fucking said that, oh, the fifth dimension cannot exist because you can't be adding anything to it. But it didn't occur to me, it didn't occur to my monkey brain that maybe you could just add 4 tesseracts to it. If that makes sense. Let's say this is a tesseract, right? It could just be that, like, 1D is a line, 2D is 4 lines, 3D is 6 squares, 4D is 5 cubes, and 5D is just fucking 5 tesseracts again, and then that could be the end or something. Like, or maybe 6D is fucking 6D starts going down. Maybe it starts getting spicy and does like I don't know what to call it. Let's call this a quinteract. 6D starts going down and it starts getting spicy. Now it's only what is that? 4 quinteracts, and then 7D gets spicier and it's fucking 2 quinteracts. I'm drawing this on for too long. The point is, it's possible. It's fucking 4 numbers. I don't know if that's really good enough to come up with a sequence that adds towards infinity, but that's the idea. Maybe it just goes from add 3 to add 2 to add 1 to add 0 to take away 1 to take away 2 or something. And that's what I wanted to say. Then again, string theory hasn't been proven, so maybe none of this matters. So, I think this whole thing might have proven that, like, physically speaking, I completely lack brain cells. Because again, I fucked up the sequence. I did it once and then I was like, oh shit, I think I did that wrong. Let me record again and do it again. And then I did it again and I did it wrong twice because I am an idiot. Like, the concept I was going for, you understand it, right? It kind of makes sense, kind of a little bit, but fucking my ability to count is non-existent. I deadass said, oh, this is 1 line, but if we add 3, then this will be 4 lines, but if we add 2, then it will be 6 lines, but if we add 1, then it will be 5 lines. And I hate it. I'm actually pissed that I fucking said that and played with the concept without realizing how retarded that is. How retarded that is. Oh my god. Right, I still think the whole add 1 then add 0 then add -1, all of that, I still think that's right. That's like a decent concept, but fucking this isn't gonna be 5 cubes. It's gonna be like 7 because 6 plus 1 is 7. I don't think I was thinking of just writing this out post editing it in, but like fucking let me just do it now. 3, 4, I can't write. 6, 7, 7, and then I think that's like 6 again. Then 4, then 2. That's how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ignore all this other shit. And fucking -1. It still doesn't. Whatever. The idea is you add 3. I cannot write, holy shit. You add 3, then you add 2, then you add 1, then you add 0, then you take away 1, then you take away 2, then you take away. I still can't do maths, holy shit. Pretend vowels are 1. Pretend vowels are 1 the entire time. Then you take away 3, and then it probably ends there unless we enter negative. Shit. I don't know how this works, how this could work for a higher dimensional being. And that's like, that's fucking 4, 7, 8. That's 8 dimensions total, which still doesn't, which still says no to string theory, which means I'm gonna look real dumb if string theory turns out to be the actual thing that works, and that all of this was for nothing. But it's fine. We don't talk about that. No, holy shit. The whole idea is that you just fucking take away 1 from this number that you're adding onto it every time. I don't know if you guys got that. That was what I was guessing. It might also be wrong though, because then again, this is entirely based on these 3 numbers. And it's entirely based on these 3 numbers, which is based on these 2 numbers. And if you've ever drawn a graph, you know 2 points isn't enough to get you an accurate representation of the trend. But that's the best I can do. Also, I'm tired. This is like I think this is the 3rd time I've added to the video, but this is a goddamn 6th time I've done it total, because I always add it in the future, and I'm tired. Hopefully this is the last edit I make. Jesus Christ. Merge, but all of them would be sticking out into a dimension that doesn't exist, or that we cannot see, like that is literally outside of 3D. That's following the trend, of course. That might be wrong, but okay. Now onto what another theory that bothers me a lot. Whenever people talk about a 4-dimensional being looking into 3D, they say, oh, it would be able to see everything. It would be able to see the planet and all the people and all of their insides and all of that shit. And that is retarded. Okay, I'm gonna explain this now. When you boot up a game of Terraria, right, bear with me here, just bear with me. You boot up a game of Terraria, you have your player character here, you can see what things that they can't see. You can see, let's say he's facing forward. You can see this eyeball, which the character cannot see, right? You can see things past this wall, which the character cannot see. And you can see things underground, which the character cannot see. You can also see fucking, if Terraria was a good example of 3D existence, no, 2D existence, I make a lot of mistakes if you couldn't notice. You probably can't see that. You'd be able to see the insides of the character, kind of. I'll explain why it's kind of later. But you'd be able to see the insides of the character, all of its organs and all of that shit, because where else are they gonna go? This is the only plane of existence it has. It's not going to cover its inside. You're not gonna see a face here with the eyeballs, no, because that's where the skull and the brain is going to be. It can't be anywhere else. It's not going to hide anything. You're going to see inside the character, right? But I don't know if you've noticed, but you can't see the ends of the earth. You can't see where both oceans are just from this frame of view. You can't even see what's in this block because it's dark. If you've ever played Terraria, there's shading. People forget about the shading in 2 dimensions and just say you can see no, you can't see everything. There's gonna be darkness, and there's also going to be your limited range of view. You could potentially look at both ends of the ocean if you were to turn your head and then walk really far. But just as we can't see the fucking end, we can't see the fucking stars, every single star, at every single time. Our vision only goes so far. You're not gonna be able to see everything. And the darkness is why you're probably not even going to be able to see the insides. It's going to be there's no light coming in here. 2D might have its own version of light, 2D photons and shit. You're not going to be able to see any of that. I just wanted to vibe because nobody mentions this stuff when talking about 2D, and it bothers me so much. But yeah, you'll be able to see most things within a certain frame, within a given space, but you won't be able to see everything. And the same would be a 4D being looking on a 3D world. They'd be able to see a glimpse of what our insides would look like at any time. It would be, oh my god, I haven't drawn in a while. But yeah, they'd be able to see fucking Skelly Bones McGee over here and all of his inside brain matter and stuff, and his nose and his skin all at the same time. It's a weird concept that humans probably never will understand because it's not possible. That's why humans will never understand it. But they would be able to see all of that shit at one time, but they wouldn't be able to see it well because it's fucking dark inside our skeletons, guys. You can't look in there unless you shine a 4-dimensional light on it. But even then, it's gonna be like, I don't even know how 2-dimensional light would interact with 4-dimensional light. But right, final thing I want to talk about. A lot of people say that first of all, let's think about how a 2-dimensional being would even exist. It would have its eye here, right? And then fuck knows what else. we don't know how it works. But a lot of people say that it wouldn't have a digestive tract because they would rip it into half. No, it would have it could have a digestive tract, but it would just be really gross. It would be one hole in and then one hole out. How it would work, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. So it turns out I was smart enough to figure that out. Kinda. This is Future X. It's Future totally not X. Again, but like chronologically speaking, not the last time in the video, but you'll figure that out eventually. But this idea of like this thing, my brain is not functioning right now. How its digestive tract could work. First of all, it probably wouldn't work in the same way a 3D thing's digestive tract would work. That's just a given of people because 3D people are like one hole from the mouth through your body and then it goes all the way out your that doesn't. First of all, that's just not going to apply here because it physically can't. That's a given. A lot of people say 2D things can't exist because they couldn't have a digestive tract. They're probably right, but